So I've got my show recorded in Zoom. Let's say I'm recording a couple episodes a week. I get into a nice routine. I'm ready to put it out to the podcasting world. What tool, what software, how do I do it?
Yeah, good question, man. First, let me ask you something. You mentioned that you were going to record a couple episodes a week, and I wanted to just make sure I had clarity on something. Are you planning on producing a couple episodes a week and recording a couple, and so you're basically washing it and staying about even? Or are you planning on producing one episode a week, but recording a couple, so you're always ahead of the game, never behind the eight ball?
Yeah, I love that idea. I would basically record a backlog so that I can take a week off and not be like, oh my gosh, I have to record an episode this week or the sky's going to fall.
Okay. Yeah. So always record more than you produce. Normally I record something like 4, 5, or 6 episodes in a week. So I will usually do that just on Wednesdays, and I'll have like 5 openings on Wednesday. I have also opened up some to these coaching calls for Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. So for me, I'll most likely at least record 5 at least in 1 week. And what's been being published recently was 2 a week. I'm probably going to be upping that before this episode even is out. It'll probably be 3 a week for a little while, just because we have got so much content. But just remember, David, to record more than you produce. And for the same reason that you mentioned, you would like to be able to take a week off. Well, I have to take 2 weeks off. This week, I have to take 2 weeks off. I mean, this month, I have to take 2 weeks off. Next month, I have to take 2 weeks off because we're recording around the holidays. So there's like Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, there's New Year's, there's traveling. So in fact, for like 3 different months, I will take at least 14 days off of all 3 of those months. So it's going to be kind of crazy for me, but a blessing that I've got, 4 months of episodes already recorded. So if I don't do anything for 4 months, I'll still be fine. I'll still be okay. And that's what I want you to do as well is, get as far as you can up to 4 months, but at least if you can say that your minimum is 3 weeks of recorded content produced to be able to be produced, that would be a good minimum. 3 to 6 weeks would be great.
Yeah. Yep. I like that.
I had actually got a client in the real estate space also. He had 3 weeks and then he went to Hawaii for a week and then he got COVID for a week and then he got emergency gallbladder surgery. And so he ended up, because of all of these things, he was unable to produce any content for 2 weeks. So he had basically got 5 weeks of not being able to record because he didn't have a voice. He was out of town. He didn't have energy, or he was in the ER getting surgery. Yeah. So for him, he ended up losing a lot of listener base because of those 2 weeks missed, even though he had 3 weeks ready to go. Wow. With 5 weeks of not being able to produce something new, that gave him 2 that there was nothing that was published. But anyway, just think about it and basically want to share a few of the how-tos. So if you're working with a team, there's one way of doing things. And if you're working on your own, there's a different way of doing things. If you are working on your own, I'm going to give you all of these details that if you're working with a team, you don't need. Like, here's a big giant sales pitch for my company. You press record, we handle everything else. Like we're the easy button for you. So you basically do nothing. You push record. And if you can handle that, bro, you got a podcast.
Nice.
Because we can literally do all of these other things that I'm about to share with you.